Let's pull this up real quick. We have this from timcast.com. Trump and DeSantis are now tied as 2024 frontrunners on PredictIt. So PredictIt, of course, is, people can buy shares essentially in who they think they're going to win. Well, what do you think? First, you want to keep your options open, you said.
Well, all I mean is that he has to announce. I mean, that's the whole thing. Is he going to announce or not? I mean, I think that most people think that he is.
Definitely.
So, I mean, if he announces and if he announces, I don't think that anyone can take him, nor do I think that Ron DeSantis will even run if he announces. So in that scenario, definitely.
Would you vote for him if he runs?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you vote for him even if he shot someone on Fifth Avenue?
It's a real question.
Probably. Yeah, honestly. I mean,
got him.
But, I think that a lot of people are very excited about DeSantis right now. I definitely think I don't like a lot of what I'm seeing on the Trump side in terms of the devotion. Like, I get it when he was in office. I even get it when he was running because he was so different. I think that he got it. He understood the concerns of the American people at a time when people feel like America's being sold out and they needed a hero. And I think that he was that hero, for a really long time. But at this point, because people, I think, are so desperate about how the 2020 election went and how things currently are in this country, there are factions within the Trump community that are becoming cultish. And you're not allowed.
MAGA.
You're not allowed to criticize him. You're not allowed to ask questions. You're not allowed to express a disfavorable opinion about anything that he does. Mm-hmm. And then, okay, now we are becoming the thing that the left has said, if that's what it's going to be. I don't want to be. I will not be a part of a cult. So if I'm not allowed to criticize Trump, or if I'm not allowed to question decisions that he makes, like endorsing Dr. Oz, or okay, yeah, but if I'm not allowed to say that, then I am out. Because I'm not going to be a part of that culture.
No, but you can still vote for Trump. Look.
Yeah, I will. But there's a difference between going in and voting for him and being really outspoken and endorsing. And, I think that I influenced a lot of people to come around to him in 2020.
For sure. The hardcore Trump supporters really do not like me because I won't support Trump's narrative on the election fraud stuff because I just think look, I think the issue is you need to discuss what happened in 2020 in a methodical way. The problem is a lot of people push these extreme stories about, servers in Germany and watermarked ballots. I look forward to sitting down with former President Trump because we're planning on, getting an interview with him. Hopefully, no guarantees. It'd be an honor and a privilege. But I would like to ask him, Mr. President, did you watermark any ballots? And when he says no, I'll be like, okay. See, this is the issue that YouTube is banning people for. They're banning people for those wild stories about secret behind-the-scenes missions. And what needs to be expressed is that Time Magazine ran an article saying the shadow campaign to fortify the election or to save the election. And you talk about how rules were changed, about election laws, about universal mail-in voting, and the process that took over a year that resulted in a defeat. So Donald Trump can come out and say all of these things, but if he says it in a way where he's talking about those things, then you've got no problem. The issue is there's a lot of people who want to believe the craziest scenarios because they can't admit that people were willing to vote for Joe Biden destroying this country because they hated Trump so much. And I think that's what happened. I think there's obvious BS that we saw. We saw videos. There's Bill Barr said there was fraud, but just not enough of it. I think we saw unconstitutional voting rules. This literally happened in Pennsylvania where a judge ruled the voting law change was unconstitutional, but only after the fact.
Right.
Those things that happened. Okay, like that. You focus on that stuff, and you stay away from the more conspiratorial stuff. Now, my point here: most people are referring to that stuff and not the weird conspiracy stuff.
Right.
YouTube will conflate all of it, and the media will conflate all of it, so that when you're trying to talk to people, they don't understand what you're trying to say.